I'm not getting bearish on America. I'm not Republican. I'm not, again, Democrat. I do think that this is a moment, and it's not today. This is just one of many moments where we're going to go through this together. And as Ryan Holiday wrote in the other book I cited earlier this week, the obstacle is the way. So Jonesy, the obstacle, which is this unelected body that everybody, stands at the altar and bows to, that's the obstacle. The way is the process, okay? So we stay with the process, we save and make money, we'll have more and more people, God willing, join us, the Hedgeye community. We're gonna come out of this as strong as we've ever been, and they will be at their weakest point. And I do hope that they break that central bank. I hope. For my kids and theirs. Because this is a fucking joke. And I don't want the whining, okay? So for those of you that are like with laptops, laptops sitting there watching people now beg and cry for the Fed to bail them out, that's not the answer. The answer isn't more of it. Okay. But don't worry, P. Powell had nothing to do with perpetuating these bubbles. Nothing. He's just fighting inflation. Keith, what would you do if you're head of the Federal Reserve? He's in such a tough spot. He put himself in this spot. Right? He blew the bubble up. He literally, don't forget the time and all the Federal Reserve guys that are no longer allowed to be Federal Reserve guys. They bailed out their PA, caught, right? During the last one, they bailed out everything that was in Powell's PA and in his buddy's PAs, right? There was no risk. The biggest money printing event in world history and fiscal spending. What could possibly go wrong and who should be held to account? These guys are flying the plane. Okay? And they should know better. And that's why I'm upset about it, but I'm trying to keep an even keel. Maybe didn't do such a good job of that so far this morning, but I'm trying. I'm human. Aviation is actually one of the most accountable industries that you could analyze. It's the opposite of obviously Wall Street and or the Federal Reserve forecasting. There's absolutely zero accountability or learning from mistakes. Again, look at the reason why we're making these mistakes is because we're compounding other mistakes. If you thought inflation was transitory, like Jonesy said, the Fed said, now you have to fix that problem by not understanding the recession risk. So let's do 1973. Take me back. United, flight 173 in whatever year it was. Flight in the 1970s, I believe. Flight 173 United. Nice day. People are on a domestic flight. All of a sudden, they want to land, take out the landing gear. They hear something. Something like that. The hell? Pilot's kind of like, not panicking, but doing his thing, checking it out. Back then, you couldn't, for whatever reason, Josie, you couldn't actually see if the landing gear was out or not.
Yeah, you didn't have cameras or whatever.
So he's like, okay, I don't want to land this plane with no landing gear. Reasonable thing to think. Yeah. Substitute landing gear for inflation. Okay? Okay, so we're going to circle. Calls the tower. We got to circle. Starts burning fuel. We'll get back to that. Checking out every single thing. He's in the rabbit hole, trying to figure out this inflation thing, fighting it, trying to figure it out. He's got and then people are flying with him. Or say, hey, we're running out of gas. Stays with it. Now he's really running out of gas. He still can't figure out the landing gear. Okay. Long story short, they run out of fuel. Plane crashes. People die.
I'm going to guess what the end is.
Plane crashes, people die. Ran out of fuel, recession. Guess what was intact when that plane landed? The landing gear, inflation. Okay? So this is human behavior. What you're watching here is somebody, and again, God save his soul, I'm sure he's going to be stressed and distressed for life, that pilot. But again, that's human behavior. There is nobody that holds this unelected body to account. They can fly around and talk about this however they want. And everyone is hostage to it. Okay? So think about it in real terms. This is the most real situation in capital markets history because we're coming from the biggest bubble that was ever perpetuated by the assumption that the plane would never mind have to try to navigate a recession, but quite a turbulent one. Hey there, Hedgeye Nation, or if you're not part of Hedgeye Nation, thanks for watching Hedgeye on YouTube. If you haven't already, make sure to click on the button below there. Subscribe to our YouTube page. You can also follow the link in the description to our website to get even more great investing content.